There are people in your life who will never understand you. They will look at your sacrifices and call them obsession. They will look at your drive and call it madness. They will look at the hours you put in, the early mornings, the late nights, the weekends, the holidays, and they will shake their heads. They will whisper. They will ask, why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be satisfied? Why can't you just enjoy your life like everyone else? And for a moment, maybe just a moment, you will wonder if they're right. You will look at their easy lives, their comfortable routines, their contentment, and you will ask yourself, why can't I be like that? Why can't I switch this off? Why does this hunger never go away? Let me tell you why. Because you were not built like them. Not better, not worse, but different. Built with something inside you that refuses to be quiet. Let me tell you something nobody talks about. The price of ambition is loneliness. Not the kind of loneliness where you have nobody around you. You might have plenty of people around you. But the loneliness of being the only one in the room who sees what you see. The only one who feels what you feel. The only one who lies awake at night, not from anxiety, but from vision. From the burning, overwhelming, unstoppable vision of what your life could become if you just refuse to quit. Most people have never felt that. Most people go to bed tired from the day and wake up to repeat it. But you go to bed tired from the day and from the weight of everything you still haven't built yet. That is a different kind of tired. And it takes a different kind of person to carry it. Not everyone can. Not everyone was meant to. The ones who discourage you, they're not evil. They're not your enemies. They are simply people who have never felt this hunger, who have never heard that voice inside that says more, further, higher, don't stop. And because they've never felt it, they fear it in you. Because your hunger is a mirror, and what it reflects back at them. I need you to hear this. Your vision is sacred. Not everyone deserves access to it. Not everyone deserves to know what you're building, what you're working toward, what you dream about in the quiet hours before dawn. Because some people, the moment you share your dream, will hand it back to you broken. Not because they wanted to hurt you, but because they can only see through the lens of their own limitations. And their limitations are not your destiny. There will be people who love you, who will still not understand you. Family members who worry. Friends who drift away. Partners who feel left behind by your relentless forward motion. And that is one of the hardest parts of this journey. Not the early mornings, not the physical exhaustion, not the financial struggle. The hardest part is doing this while the people you love don't fully believe in what you're doing. But here is what I know. Every person who has ever built something great has walked through that fire. Every single one of them had a season where they stood alone, where they had to believe when nobody else did, where they had to keep moving in a direction nobody else could see. And on the other side of that season, everything changed. Not because the world changed, but because they refused to let the world change them. So protect your vision.
gored it like...
Now, let me tell you what to do with this hunger inside you. Don't suppress it. Don't apologize for it. Don't try to fit it into a box that society finds more comfortable. Feed it. Feed it with action. Feed it with knowledge. Feed it with discipline. Feed it with the daily decision to become more than you were yesterday. Because hunger, real hunger, doesn't go away on its own. If you ignore it, it turns into regret. The slow, creeping, suffocating regret of a life half-lived. Of potential buried under fear. Of dreams traded for comfort. Of a fire that burned bright once and was slowly, quietly extinguished by the weight of other people's opinions. Don't let that happen to you. Instead, wake up every single morning and feed that hunger. One more rep, one more page, one more call, one more hour, one more decision to choose your future over your current comfort. The people who don't understand your hunger, let them rest. Let them be comfortable. Let them have their easy days. While you build, while you grind, while you sacrifice now for the life that most people only dream about. Because one day, not too far from now, they will look at what you've built and they will say, I always believed in you. And you will smile because you will know the truth. You built this alone, in the dark, when nobody believed, when nobody understood, when nobody was watching. You built it anyway. This is for the ones who were always different. The ones who felt it from the beginning. That quiet knowing that you were meant for something more. Not more than other people. More than the version of yourself that fear wants you to stay. More than the job that pays the bills, but kills your soul. More than the routine that keeps you safe, but keeps you small. More than the version of you that shows up every day doing just enough to get by. You were built for the version of you that shows up every day giving everything. That version exists. That version is waiting on the other side of the hunger, on the other side of the discomfort, on the other side of every moment you chose to push, when every part of you screams stop. So the next time someone doesn't understand your drive, let them not understand. The next time someone questions your sacrifices, let them question. The next time someone tells you to slow down, to settle, to be realistic, smile, nod, and go back to work. Because you don't need them to understand. You don't need their permission. You don't need their belief to fuel your fire. Your hunger is enough. Your vision is enough. Your refusal to quit is enough. The world will never fully understand what drives people like you. And that is perfectly fine. Because people like you were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were meant to be understood by history, by the life you build, by the people you inspire, by the version of yourself that stands one day on the other side of all of this and says, I never stopped. Not once, not ever. Because this hunger, this beautiful, burning, relentless hunger, it was never madness.